Hello again, I'm Mr. Stark, and in this video, I want to talk about the NG's roles in the different official game modes. This may be a two-part video because I don't want this video to be very long. In the second part, I may talk about the other non-official and alternative game modes and MVM. So subscribe to be notified when I upload new videos. And I also have a Discord server, first link in the description, and thanks for these donations. So without further ado, let's get this video started. First, I want to talk about the game mode Koth. Engineer might not be the best class in Koth, as NG's sentry mainly holds a choke point, and usually the point is in a wide and open area, where enemies like soldiers, demos and scouts can easily flank and take your sentry pretty easily. And a coordinated push with spice sap and a demo stickies can destroy your whole nest in Highlander, so you have to spread your buildings out and place them in a hard to spot and reach areas. Some common tips and strategies for NGs are: mainly use the gunslinger for minis, because in Koth you are not trying to kill as much as you would in payload. Your mini is only here to distract the enemies while you or your team finish them up. And you can use the normal sentries as well if you want to hold the point for longer. To set up faster with a jag, because it has more construction rate on hitting. Next tip is keep your tele up and maintain it more than your sentry, as it will help you and your team to reach the front line much faster than walking. Next one is use the short circuit to spy check and deny demos and soldiers. Wrangler can be used to increase the range of the sentry if you want to keep it far from the enemies but still damage them and block them from capping the point. You can see right here, as I have placed the sentry here and still can damage the enemies with the Wrangler. Southern Hospitality can be used to spy check as well. And lastly, keep your dispenser up, helps a lot. Even a level 1 dispenser can provide much support when the medic is dead. CP is my least played game mode of all, even though all 6 games are played in CP maps. You know why? Because Engineer is not a mobile class at all, so maintaining the tele is harder as the spawn changes. Still, I have to help my fellow viewers who are watching this. Let's get started. The tips are: use the mini all the time, or use level 2s because it is going to be destroyed most often. Try to find a hard to reach spot so that sentry can not be destroyed easily but still be able to see the point. This is CP Gully Wash, second last point. Sentry can see the full point and can attack anyone who comes up, and it is in a nice high ground, and you can use the Wrangler to damage the far away enemies. Dispensers are key. If you can discuss the dispenser spots before the round starts with your team, so they don't have to waste time finding the dispenser where you put it, it would be nice for the team. And if you see a stalemate, use that time to set up teles and level 3s or 2s, because it can help you and your team breaking the stalemate. And lastly, use the shotgun or Widowmaker if you can aim, and then fight till your death. You have to help your team, not just sit back behind the dispenser and sentry gun and whack it. Okay, that's all for CP. After the next one. Next one is attack defense. While on defense, set up your sentry nest where it is harder for the enemy to bombard you with stickies and rockets but still watching the point. You can also set up before the main point. I mean the path from where they will reach the point and then cap it. Just warn the team to be aware of backcapping scouts or spies. Okay, and most of the maps have one spawn room for both teams, so you have to build teles. So you gotta know a rollout, which I can do in a video, or you can search up rollouts and you will find many rollout videos. Especially one from Uncle Dane, where he only covered payload maps, so I can do the attack defense ones and other ones. So tell me if you want. And while on offense, do as I said on Koth. Build level 2s or minis and distract your enemies while your team clears them off or kill them. Next up is payload. While on defense, sentry guns will be placed as per usual on a well guarded spot, and pyros mainly will spy check most of the time. If whoever comes, it will either successfully destroy the whole nest, or a good engineer will protect his gun with the help of his team and his own skills to save the sentry. I've created my own guide in the previous video, you can check it out. Okay, so payload tips are as follows. Do not drive to your gun. This thing that most NGs do, that they protect their sentry gun and their nest with their life, but you should not do that. You should move to the next point when you see that you cannot hold a point. Do not just sit there and try to hold it as long as you can without your team, because you will get wrecked. And then if you see that you have moved a little bit earlier and your team can hold the point, you can move it back. It's just not worth the risk, you know. Next step is know where to put your sentry. When you try to place your sentry, you can see above that there's a bubble. The sentry's bubble area should cover as much as the area possible, including the cart's path or cap point. So anything outside the bubble cannot be reached by the sentry and it cannot attack it. So a soldier with direct hit outside the bubble or a sniper with fully charged scope shot can destroy your sentry. So be aware of that and use the wrangler when needed. Next up is know where the ammo and health packs are. This comes from the map knowledge. As you play, you will know where they spawn. This cannot be taught. If you want me to show the locations, I can do a video, or you have to learn from experience. You have to give the time. And lastly, always spy check. Keep a pipe brew nearby. They can reflect, spy check, and even knock down sappers. So in Highlander matches, they are always there to help you, but in pubs they are hard to find. If you do find them, you're lucky. On offense, try to stay with the cart. That's the main goal. We'll tell you when you have the chance, or stick with the cart. You don't need to upgrade your dispenser from level 1, but if you see the cart is not moving and it is a stalemate, neither of the team is aggressing or coming back, then consider upgrading the dispenser and teleporter, as it will break the stalemate and keep your cart going. Build minis to provide distraction and keep them in bushes or any hiding spots. I can also make a video on it if you want. Just comment. And you can also sneak cap when you want. The cart can provide a lot of protection. Sentries can see and attack through the cart, so you can just cap it whenever you want when the enemy team is just distracted. And lastly, capture the flag. Here's the elite and secret strategy. Here you should build a sentry and a dispenser right behind you, and you will sit right about here and upgrade your sentry gun and dispenser. Now that it is done, you will start hitting it and never stop until the round ends. Or if you can stay here after the round ends. It's an elite strategy. You cannot understand this. Just go with it, you know. But if you want to follow another strategy, here's it. Provide the team with offensive sentry gun, as it racks up kills and your team can play around in the area of your sentry gun and no one can come here. But remember, a bonk scout can get past. Just ask your team for that to kill them, because your sentry cannot do anything with that. And that's pretty much it for CTF, you know. I generally do not play CTF, as NG in CTF is kinda boring, so I don't like it. And most of the engineers like to turtle in the engine room, and it's too bad. Anyway, this was my guide or documentary on NG's roles in the official game modes. Hope you'd like it. I don't know. Next part will be released quite soon, so stay tuned for that. And a quick reminder, I have a Discord server, first link in the description. Check it out if you want. I talk there a lot, and the Discord server is growing with members, so yeah, if you want to check it out, you might, because it's not bad and people are good. They talk here, they talk and laugh and jokes stuff. I don't know. Till then, bye bye.